And I'm going, wait. Wes, isn't that like, why don't we shoot it in normal speed? Isn't that the same? But no.
He is survived by 10 children, 9 boys, 1 nun, his daughter Liesl.
I've appointed you sole heir to my estate, which you may come into sooner rather than later.
Why? It's been 6 years since our last meeting.
What's it like stepping onto Wes Anderson set for the first time?
Really incredible. It was my first time, so I can kind of speak to that. I mean, the very first day, you know, Wes kind of like waves at you from the hotel, from his little balcony, and then you get in a golf cart with him and strap your seatbelt on and start driving through the streets of Potsdam to the set with the hair or the wind blowing in your hair. And that's never happened to me before. It makes for a fun time.
So here's the director driving you to work. Then you go into the set, you drop your bags, you're really into this, whatever, in this plane, sitting there, part of a plane, you're sitting there, he's directing you, and then you go home and the director takes you out to dinner.
Yeah.
And then you're sitting there, you're going to dinner, and then you go, wait, where am I?
Yeah.
And at some point you got to say, well, you know what, I got to go to my room to learn lines because I got a lot of talking to do tomorrow.
Right, I can't keep throwing this wine back all night.
But it's quite special.
Yeah, it is.
So there's kind of a good community on set?
Totally. And Wes, you know, he has all of these people on his team, on his crew that are sort of tenured, you know, have been with him for like 20 and more years. And so they all know the drill. You know, he doesn't have to break in a whole new team every time. It's like an old pair of shoes, and it's just like friends. It's a big group of friends. They embrace you right away. It's very nice.
Should we go in length order? Because you have worked with Wes before, but Riz and I have not.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. So the expert.
It is great. I mean, you know, he is extremely precise and knows what he wants, but also is quite free as well. So it's a good balance of control and freedom. Everyone's very focused. Everyone seems to really enjoy what they're doing. Yeah, I mean, it's the best I've been on, one of his. That's my experience.
It was an amazing experience. I was incredibly nervous initially. It didn't really dawn on me what it was that I was actually doing. And then I walked on set for the first time, and then I really, really realized. But I think, to echo what you said, Richard, he has a very specific idea, and it's very planned. But because there is so much planning, and it's all so meticulously detailed and laid out, there is so much of an element of freedom because everything's been kind of done. You just get to go in and have fun and have a wonderful day at work. So it was wonderful, yeah.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the kind of camaraderie and the kind of collegiate atmosphere. It felt really like almost being part of a theatre troupe or something. And because everything's so planned out, actually, there's not a lot of waiting around. You know, a lot of the time you go to set, you shoot for a bit, then you wait for ages. This was really the opposite. As soon as you get to work, you're working the whole day, and you just stop for a quick half-hour lunch. They unfold these little picnic tables. You have lunch right there, right? Then you go straight back into it because every department knows exactly what you're seeing in every shot, and you're saying just these lines in this shot, and you see this bit of the wall, you see those lines in that shot, you see this bit of the car, and so it's actually like really fun how much you're just constantly at it. There isn't a lot of waiting around, and you're all in it together, so it feels like you're in a little gang. It's a lot of fun.
There's no trailers or anything, so there's no difference or strange sort of hierarchical thing. Everyone is there together, and it feels very united, and it was wonderful. I miss it. I really miss it, actually.
I have my reasons.
Which are what?
My reasons? I'm not saying. I'm saying I'm not saying. Quarter Land and Sea Phoenician Infrastructure Scheme. My most important project of my lifetime.
This is your first very big leading role in such a big movie. What was it like acting opposite all of these great stars?
Very intimidating. Very intimidating. And meeting everybody for the first time and sitting down and having dinner with everybody, meeting Richard, meeting Riz and Tom and Brian and Benicio was it felt incredibly overwhelming, but in such a wonderful way. I was meeting people that I had grown up watching and admiring for so many years, and then having to sort of really think to myself, okay, these are actually your co-workers. That really took a minute to sink in, and I don't think that it really has sunk in properly yet. It probably won't ever, to be honest.
And you two, you have a lot of scenes together. What was the most fun to do?
For me, I think the quicksand.
Yeah, I would agree.
Because it was
very special.
It was special in the fact that, you know, I like to see this guy dive like Tarzan. You know, it's kind of funny. But you did great too. Remember that scene where we're eating and he's doing the camera is coming and we gotta talk. I gotta do the lie detector and
wine, test
do
the wine,
all that stuff, and it was
very complex.
yeah.
Every little piece like that is like a little ballet. You really have to get it up to speed. You only get it on like take 30.
I tell you, I mean, this is a scene I did by myself. It's in the bathtub and it's the opening, the credits.
Right.
So now,
amazing.
Here's what's really funny. He goes, he's going to shoot it in slow motion.
Right.
So now he wants everyone to act fast. Right. So
or it'll take too long.
Everybody's got to walk in really fast. I got to turn the page of the thing really fast. I got to eat really fast.
Double
fast.
time.
And I'm going, wait. Wes, isn't that like, why don't we shoot it in normal speed? Isn't that the same? But no, when you see it, it's different.
Pretty beautiful.
It's stunning.
Wasn't that the very first day? The very first thing you shot? Or was it?
Like the second day. I was sitting in that bathtub for like 8 hours because I got so caught into, wait, I got to turn the page fast, and then I do this, and then I get the injection, and then I look over here, and then someone else give me medicine, and you know, and
what a result.
Was choreographing all this. It was a dance, and everybody was going really fast. I don't know if they filmed it at real speed because it'd be kind of funny too, but he knew that it would create something different than just doing it in slow motion, or normal speed. It's just it's dreamy, and it's an incredible sequence. You know, really. I mean,
I love it. Yeah, it's a great way to open the movie.
Is this supposed to be here? It was under the lunch trolley.
Oh dear, who shot you?
Cera's from out of town. Help yourself to a hand grenade.
You're very kind.
Could you imagine falling in love with a man like me, by the way, hypothetically?
You're drunk on 3 beers.
And what about you, Richard? You worked with Wes before, and when he calls, do you just automatically say yes, or do you need to consider it first?
I think everyone says yes to Wes, and that's one of the things. Everyone there really wants to be there, and that's very powerful. Sometimes, I mean, I've acted very little, but I've been in things where you feel not everyone wants to be there, and that is not the case with a Wes film. Everyone really likes the script, really likes him, likes his way of working, and I think that comes through the joy of creating something that everyone feels proud of.
Michael, you have this really great Norwegian accent. How did you prepare for that?
I have a Norwegian friend, and I had him ask some of his Norwegian friends to record the lines. So I had a couple different guys read all of the lines, and I kind of used that a little bit to get a couple, you know, like specific little qualities of certain words and pronunciation, but then kind of threw it all away because I wanted to focus mostly on the character being kind of musical and, you know, have a sort of jauntiness to him, you know, above accuracy. I feel like if I went too accurate, it would maybe just be kind of flat, and I didn't want that. So I don't know what the Norwegians are going to think. They'll probably say it's embarrassing for all of us, but it works, I think, within the story at least.
One thing you'll never know because you can't. The truth. I suppose I'm moved by this absurd performance. I recognize this assassin.